I've been lucky enough to get my hands on these brand new Chris Hollywood Dobey action darts. Today, I'm going to test them out and find out if you should spend your hard-earned money on them. This is Chris Dobey, born 31st of May 1990 in the small market town of Bedlington, 10 miles north of Newcastle. He's been a PDC pro since 2015, and at the time of recording this video, he's currently ranked 15th in the world. Some of his most notable career highlights have been a World Grand Prix semi-finalist, a European Championship semi-finalist, a Players' Championship semi-finalist, and most recently, a Masters champion. These are the darts he currently uses, his own Hollywood Dobey Gen 1s, a straight barrel dart in 23 grams. But how would his new ones compare to these ones, and will he change? So before we start, let's take a look at the box and what's inside the box and the darts themselves before we start reviewing them. First impressions, really nice. I like the box it comes in. You've got a picture of Chris himself there, you've got a preview of the darts, and you can see here they are 22 grams, the ones I've got. They're 90% tungsten, steel tip obviously, and it says here match weighed to 0.05 of a gram, so they're all going to be a consistent weight. So that's obviously really useful. On the back, you can see what you get. So you can see a preview of the dart. They come in 22, 23, 24 grams. And also, like I say, you can see what's in the box. 3 Hollywood action barrels, 3 Pro Grip tag shafts, 3 Pro Ultra Flights, 3 Swiss Black 26mm points, and 1 Swiss point tool. So everything you need to change your points and just start throwing straight away. So let's take a look in the box and see what they actually look like themselves. So, as you can see, Swiss point tool there, which is really good. Don't know about Swiss points. Swiss points are interchangeable. They basically screw in and screw out. They're invented by Target. You can change length, style of point, different colour of point, all that sort of stuff. So that's really good. You've got to change the point in your dart without having to get a full repointing tool. But let's take a look at the dart. So there we go. That's the dart itself. First impressions. Really grippy, really grippy. I would say, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd say these are 8 or 9 grip. Probably some of the grippiest darts I've ever felt. A lot of grip towards the back of the dart. I know that Chris himself holds the dart fairly far back, so rear grippers could find these very useful. I personally grip at the front. There is a little bit of grip at the front of the barrel, but not too much. It's mainly towards the back. The 26mm Swiss point on the front there, like I said, you can change these, just screw in and screw out with the tool. You've got the Target shaft. I do actually like the design on the shaft there. I do like the Target written on the shaft there. These seem to be smaller shafts, not standard size. They are smaller, and you've got the Hollywood Action Flight there, which generally when you get new darts, the new flights seem to be a bit flimsy, but this seems to be quite good, and I quite like the design of them there, the black and white design. Obviously, being a Geordie and a Newcastle fan, it's always going to be black and white for Chris Dobey. But appearance, I'll give this 7 out of 10 on appearance. I do like the flight, like I said. I do like the design of the barrel. In terms of grip, again, 8 out of 10. But they are rear grip heavy. So if you are a rear gripper, these could be the darts for you. These retail at £65.95, so they're not the cheapest darts in the world, but they're not expensive. For a dart of this standard, that's about right, really. That's about average you'd find on the market. But without further ado, let's give them a test. I'm going to throw 24 darts, try and get the highest score possible. Start with my own darts, set a benchmark for the Dobey to try and hit afterwards. Fairly steady start. If you didn't already know, these are my current darts. They are the Dimitri Vandenberg Echo barrels in 23 grams with a 40mm gold DX point and the short K-flex. These are what the Hollywood Dobey darts are trying to beat. I'll be interested to see if the Hollywood darts do beat these, and will I potentially change to using the Hollywood darts instead of using the Echoes. If you haven't seen my videos before, I would class myself as a distinctly average player. I would say I average around 60. Sometimes it could be 70, 75, sometimes it can be 50. Hence why I would say I'm a 60 average player.
With that being said, it'll be interesting to find out if different darts will actually make me play better. Will the Hollywood Action darts actually improve my average? I sped up these last few throws because you don't really need to see it, and it's just a benchmark for the Hollywood Action darts to beat. Although I do have to say it wasn't that great and the ending was terrible, as you'll see from these last few darts.
Not a good finish that, was it really?
With my current darts, we set a benchmark score of 538 to beat.
Now we're going to throw the Dobey darts. We're going to try and beat the score I set with my own darts. See what we can do. See if we can get near it. Wow, two really loose ones there. Just seems that can't quite get them flighted upwards. Keep pulling them low a little bit.
After having a practice with these darts for 10 to 15 minutes, what I did find is that they are really, really grippy. Like I mentioned earlier, about 8 out of 10 on a grip level. Something that I'm not really used to. The darts that I currently use are reasonably grippy, probably about a 5 or 6 out of 10. But these are really, really grippy. It could just be because they're new. They might fade a little bit when they've been used a little bit. But for someone like myself, they might be even a little bit too grippy. You see a lot of darts go low, and that's because it just feels like they stick in your hand for so long. I almost had to feel like I was letting it go really early just to get rid of it at the right time and not to pull it low. My bad darts are often pulled low and I often let go of the dart late. So with the extra grip, it really didn't help me. But on the other hand, it did make me really focus on practicing releasing the darts early, which in the end did actually help my scores.
Tried to launch that one over the top and just completely pulled it. They are very, very grippy, these darts, a lot grippier than the darts I use at the minute. I don't know whether that's why I'm putting it low a little bit, potentially. See, everything's just so low when I throw them, which is interesting. See, all just dropping low, and obviously, you know, low darts, you're never giving it a chance to go in the treble. So, last 3 darts, see what we can do. Not a bad finish.
A final score of 638 for the Hollywood Action darts. That's 100 more points than my Echo darts that I'm using at the minute, and it gives the Hollywood Action darts a 1-0 lead going into the next challenge.
The second and final challenge will be on doubles. How good will they be at moving around the board, or how good will I be with them moving around the board? What we're going to do is play a game called Double Switch. What you've got to do is 1 dart at each double. So we're going to start at all the important doubles. Double 16 first, double 8, double 4. Second 3 throws, double 20, double 10, double 5. Then double 12, double 6, double 3. And finally double 8, double 4 and double 2. 1 point per double hit, 1 round for both the Vandenberg Echoes and the new Hollywood Action darts. And we'll see which ones come out on top.
And this really was a challenge for me. Being the average player that I am, I'm not very good at doubles at all. So this was tough.
1 out of 3 to start with.
Just like the first round, I went with the Vandenberg Echoes, my current darts, to set a benchmark score and then try to beat them with the new Hollywood Action darts. Just quickly fast forwarded this bit because you don't really need to see it. It's just a benchmark again. And we finished with a score of 3. Can the Action darts beat it?
Now onto the Dobey darts, exactly the same game, same doubles, 1 dart each. 3 is a score to beat. Let's see if they can beat it or not. There's 1.
Now, before you get in the comments saying it's not the darts that make you play better, it's you and how you throw the darts, I do know that, 100% know that. I know that changing darts won't make you a better player, but on the other hand, they can help you. Something that fits you better can help you throw better and play better.
Again, just that grip, they feel like they stick in your hand just that little bit longer. Especially someone like me who releases it late, that extra bit of stickiness.
But having different darts can also make you throw differently. For example, a different shaped barrel will change your grip slightly, and with these ones, the grip is a lot stronger, which means I had to release the dart a little bit earlier because they felt like they were sticking in my hand longer. This means I had to change the way I threw the dart slightly. The Hollywood Action darts finished this game with a 3, which matched the score of my current darts, the Vandenberg Echoes.
So there we go then, the final scores are in and the Hollywood Action darts have actually come out on top. They're better than my current darts that I've been using in these 2 games we've done. Would I recommend these darts? Absolutely. For £65.95, I think they're actually a really good dart. Really well weighted, great amount of grip on them. I think they look really nice. Will I start using them? I think so, yeah. What I will do is try them with some K-Flex on them, and I'm going to try them with some longer points on, some 40mm points, and see how I get on and see how they fly. Like I said, the main thing with these is the amount of grip. They are really, really grippy, and it's not something that I'm used to. But I think when I get used to them, they're all really good for me, making me release the dart earlier, especially because I do release the dart late and pull it low a lot. So for me, if anything, it's a good practice getting rid of the dart earlier and throwing it higher. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it's something that you've learnt from and maybe picked up on some tips about the Adobe darts. If you have, drop a comment, like, subscribe, all the usual stuff, and I'll catch you in the next video. See you later.